Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sound test room this evening. We are taking a look at ReBirth. Yes, ReBirth by Propellerhead. I'm just going to try and get on my stream so I can see what's going on, guys, and then I can have a chat to you and see who's here, etc., etc. Okay, so let's see. Any second now, my chat will appear. Oh, here it goes. Evening, Stephen. Hey, Booster. Hey, Doug. Does it? Well, this is the thing. Yes, it still works on So ReBirth still works on iOS 13.1.1, which is this. But I guess it'll still work on 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. Hi, Marcus. Always been one of my favorite apps. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Why can't we download it? Big Mac 1300. It's not available anymore, Big Mac 1300, and it will never be available anymore. It's gone. Roland basically asked, well, I don't know if they asked him or forced him, but Propellerhead had to remove it because it kind of, Roland said, well, it infringes on our, our intellectual property, copyright sort of thing. But the thing is, you know what, it was around for a long time. And I think that what happened was when Roland started to reinvent all their gear sort of thing, they started to get real heavy duty on all sorts of people. Yeah, you know, so anyway, I thought I'd do a tutorial. It's such a complicated app. Well, it's not complicated. It's not complicated. It's just a pain. It's a bit of a pain of an app, actually, because I think it definitely got inter-app audio, and but it's so tiny, and there's no way you can't connect anything to it like a keyboard or anything. So the thing is, you have to. It programs exactly like the original did. You get two TB303s. You get like an 808 and a 909, and you have this mad pattern editor page here. I just need to turn my pen on. Me crayon. You get this crazy like pattern editor page, and then you get pattern banks, and it gets some mods you can use. Anyway, it's great though. It's still cool. So we'll just have a blast around with it, shall we? Now you can see down there you've got 8 patterns and you've got 4 banks A, B, C, and D. So you can have 8 patterns of 4 banks. So that's a lot of stuff going on. Right, okay. Oh gosh, you can actually see it. All right, can't you? I've just got on my actual screen as well. Oh, that's handy. Right, so we shall start by putting in a kick. Anyone tried the Behringer version? I'm sure it's very good. I'm sure the Behringer version is very good. Anyway, so let's go. We got around here on the 808, basically you have your bass drum, snare drum, low tom, mid tom, high tom. I'm not sure what RS is actually. I can't remember now. Closed clap. Sorry. Whatever they are. It's exactly the same, but you can also select the instruments. You'll see it move around here if I touch. Oh, see, like snare. God, it's so fiddly. This is low tom, mid tom. You can see it moving around. You can do it there. So you've got either an RS. What could RS be? I'm not sure. or a clap. So and then you have an MA or a CP. Doesn't really matter. They're all the classic sounds. So let's go back to bass drum. Rim shot. There you go. Yeah, rim shot. Hang on a sec. I haven't used this for absolutely yonks. I was messing around with it the other day and I thought, oh, flipping heck, it still works. Well, someone asked a question. It was funny. Someone asked a question. Anyway, we shall put our basic 4 on the floor in here on the actual 808. And we've got it on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep everything kind of straightforward. So when I move a pattern along, I'm going to move it along for all of them, even if there's nothing. One of the title looks like is ReBirth. I'll fix it later. ReBirth. RB-338 by Propellerhead. ReBirth. Right, okay, so here we go. I shall do this. So here we have a classic kick. And we can adjust the tone of our bass drum here on the 808. And the decay. And of course the level, which we shall leave as it is. And then you also have distortion, then you have your filter section here, and then you have your compressor. It's, you know, it's one of those, hey, look, what about starting every stream with 2 minutes of fiddling with the app in use? It's much more fun to listen to the talk than to listen to the talk. And thanks, Swedish Surfer. You're probably right. Right, okay, so I'm going to start to put in notes on here, and I think what we shall do is with the first one I shall go opposite, so we'll go with steps. So we'll go to step 3 and I'll switch that note on. At the moment it's a rest, so and I'll put that one there actually, and then we shall go to there. And then I shall also step up to slide in. No, unfortunately not. It's a bit of a bummer in it, Dean. But it is a bit of a pain to program. Put a bit of delay on. And a bit of distortion. ReBirth. If you look at the description, it's ReBirth. Okay, so what we're going to do is so I've got one going here. I've got a bit of a pattern going here with this first 303 and then this 808. So what I shall do is I'm going to copy those patterns to pattern 2. Now the thing is, right, this is what you've got to do. We're in pattern mode at the moment, so that's fine. We don't need to be bothering with song mode. So what we shall do is go to pattern edit here. And to keep things straightforward, like I did in my original one, what I want to do is I'm going to copy. So I'm going to copy pattern 1, open pattern 2 and paste, but I'm going to do it for all of them. Actually, don't really need to do it for that one nor the 909, but I do need to do it for this one. Copy and paste, because there's nothing in there already. So let's go back to pattern edit now, and you'll see that we're on pattern 2, and it should be exactly the same as what we've just played. So I think probably a good idea now would be to add some, well, let's add some closed hi-hat on the 909. We'll put a couple of highlight accents in. I think we'll add a bit of delay to those hi-hats as well, actually. And everything else that's going to be on the rotter. And I think what I'll do is maybe add a couple of more steps in here so we can... We'll just turn up. no more slim, but it is a paint program. Let's go back now. And let's add a step there. Let's go up. Let's add an F and add a slide as well. A. Let's mess around with the distortion. You'll see I've got the distortion turned on for the first 303. Exactly, Sam. Exactly. Pure acid's going to be brilliant. Brilliant. So you've added another note there. So we've got two patterns. Let's go and do the same thing again. I've added some of this now, haven't I? So pattern edit. So this time I shall copy again. Oops, paste that to number 3. You can see where this is going, can't you? You can see this is why it takes a blinking longer. I shall do it for all of them, so otherwise I'll get confused to what I've copied and what I haven't. It's just easier to do it like this, and it keeps everything linear. Otherwise, you end up with patterns jumping all over the place for different things, and it's great, like if you're an expert with it. But if you're just messing around, so pattern 3 now will be exactly the same. Let's add some snare drum. So tap on snare. Add some bass in this. Hi Mitch. Okay. So we're on step 1 of both of them again now. I don't think, to be honest, starting to sound suitably retro. Okay, so for the next one, excuse me, for number 4, pattern number 4, we should do something slightly different. we shall what's our edit pattern? So definitely copy, paste. I'm really doing this just for sensibility's sake. Paste, copy, and paste. Make sure it's pasted, and copy and paste. So now again, theoretically, so right, okay. What I'm going to do is going to start changing these patterns out a little bit. Okay, let's do it rustic. So what I'm going to do now is copy pattern 2. So copy pattern 2 to pattern 5, and I shall do that with all of them. So copy, paste, copy, paste, copy and paste. So yeah, there's loads of really good ones. Loads of really good ones. And a lot of, to be honest with you, a lot of them are damn sight easier to program than this. This takes time. And it's really hard for me to see this. I'm really having to squint. And it's only, I think, because half of it I remember where it is, because I used it quite a lot when it first came out. Because when it first came out, it was like, whoa, dude. And of course, I think most of us had probably used it on the what's it, hadn't we? On the desktop, you know, back in the day. Yeah, lucky one sold. So you just can't buy it, mate. You can't get it anywhere. It's like not available anywhere unless you'd already bought it in the past. You can't get it. It's not there anymore. But there you go. Sad, eh? What do you do? Not a lot. Okay. Right. So now we have pattern 5. Let's do some. Let's really. Now this isn't going to make any difference because until I start altering the song and putting recording in, whatever adjustments I make here will be reflected across every single pattern. So just ignore what I'm doing now. But later, if you store a song, when you start to build a song up, which is bizarre as well, the way you make a song is just crazy. There you go. But when you do that, it's like it's nice if you've got this. You're like Todd. Yeah, you're right. If you've got this, it's great. Hi, Spider. No, it is unavailable now. But there is but it's just this, isn't it? It's like having the original hardware, but you can't get it anymore. You know what I mean? Right, I'm going to do some cool stuff with this now. So we're on edit step 6. Let's go back to step 1. You can do some cool stuff. Yeah, the filter's nice, isn't it? Anyway. Right. right. Anyway, after that madness from Samuel and Rustique, pushing the boundaries of speed. You know, I'm a nice 80s guy. After this, I'll kick back with some Kenny G. Did I say that out loud live? Right, okay, so before we do anything else, because otherwise we just go on all night doing that. Song mode. Oh dear. Oh dear, song mode. So to program a song, we drop into song mode. Okay. Now, you might, what's going to happen here is it's all going to sound dull and horrible. But what you have to do is you have to go into, now, I can't remember where it is now. Oh, yes. Here we go. Song edit. And initialize song from pattern mode. And we do this. Initialize. And now we're back to... That was the thing that always used to confuse people with this. When they go to song mode, they'd lose all their settings. Let's turn that distortion off. They'd lose all their settings. And that would get like, oh, you've got it, Rustic. Excellent stuff. They'd get really confused, right? And that would cause problems. And it'd be like, well, it doesn't work properly. But you have to, when you go into song mode, I've done it now, but you have to go to song edit and you have to initialize song from pattern mode. If otherwise, it doesn't change the settings for song mode because it thinks you're working on a different song. So our initial pattern was this, yeah? Albeit a bit slower than that. So what we have to do is we have to look at here where it says start and length and bar. You don't even need to mess around with this. So we go to bar 1 and it's start 1 and the length is 1. Okay, so this is your song. You can, excuse me, I've got wind. And if I can remember how to do this, because I haven't done this for a long time, but I know it's a bit weird. But anyway, what we have to do is we have to switch on record, right? And then we set this for how long we want it to play for in bars. It's convoluted, right? You can record pattern changes. You can record the pattern changes. Oh, right, while it's playing. Well, that's. I mean, you know, this is another way to do it, isn't it? I don't know. And then there we go. So we go to bar 5 and we'll change this to. I knew there must have been an easy way to do it. It doesn't matter anyway. And then from bar 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we'll have it go from pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 1, pattern 2. Okay, and then we'll go to bar 10 and we'll change this to pattern 3. And we'll have it logo 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we can have bar, let's go to pattern 5. Let's have that go for a few bars as well, 16 bars. 17. And if we set our start point at 1 and our length to 17, we can switch record off now, I think, and go back. It should theoretically work, theoretically. And it'll just loop around. So that's a way you can I'll start the start and length only affect the loop. Oh right, yeah, okay. So if I switch loop off, it'll still play my song then, but it'll stop at the end of it'll stop at the end of it. Is that what that means? I don't. But you know, I used to know all this stuff. Well, it's still looping round, and I don't. It doesn't really matter, does it? You know, exactly. It'll just keep going forever. That's fine. Anyway, so basically, guys, that's it. You know, you just spend ages and ages and ages playing with all these. I'm not even going to bother saving this, but playing with all these patterns. I will say that I will. There is another decent tip here. Actually, I will save it. I'll save it. Save song. There is another tip here. If we go back to my songs, which is down here, it looks very retronyms, doesn't it? This. And this is the one we've just done. And we can change this to, I don't know, let's change it to live stream demo or something. I'll change it to the one where Sam and Rusty just went tempo mad. Live stream, oh dear gosh, stream demo. Okay, so that's done. You'll see here default silent song, and it's a... Don't ever use this as a track, because anything that you write into that will overwrite your default silent song, and then you have to go through all that thing again about taking all the stuff out. Always, if you've got this, uninstall it and reinstall it, like, unless you know. But the best thing to do is always duplicate the silent song, so you've always got a copy of the silent song. And then you'll always have that to go back to, because when you start to adjust it and anything like that, anyway. So yes, let's have a, I mean, you also get some nice things. If we go to, let's go to the classic, the absolute classic. Although mine was much louder. You've got to have a bit of delay on a 303, ain't you? Anyway, the cool thing is it did come with a few mods, right? I mean, you could remember how many you could get when it was on desktop. Excuse me. When it was on desktop, there was, I mean, I don't know how many mods there were, but there were a lot. But they don't change. Your 303s stay exactly the same, but yeah, the mod drum machines change the actual what's it. So we could play this pattern, the default pattern sort of thing. If we go to mods here, this is your standard ReBirth mod, like it was in the original. It's even the same default classic tune, you know. And we go to let's do this Metallicon. So we go use this mod, and you see what it's done. But what happens is, in the 909 and the 808, Propellerhead let them change the samples out if they wanted to, but the 303s had to be the same. Look, they've even called it TB303s. Look, do you know what I mean? No wonder Roland got the ump. Right, so just let me watch my volume here, because some of these are considerably louder. So we're in pattern mode. I'm not sure. But I can't even see this. It's also nice because the filter had different. No, the effects, everything is exactly the same, just apart from the what. So let's have a look at a different mod. This one's pretty difficult to see. So you get 7 of these Sid Station mod. I'm kind of guessing this is gonna be thingy. Some of them are really nice, but honest to God, I'd have to put my proper reading glasses on to see this. When the ones I have to wear for small print, because oh man, look at, I can't see it. Thanks, Mitch. Thanks, Mitch. Yeah, I thought people might enjoy watching a bit of ReBirth again. I don't know. It's good fun. It's good fun. Let's see what this one sounds like. Sounds like someone's going. But we don't have to. If we go to mods, right, use this mod. Let's open the demo song for this mod, which will give you a better idea of what they're going on. And you'll see it's in song mode as well. Hi, Andrew. Well, now this looks like quite a sensible one. We can see. See what they've done here? It's a different sequencer. You can automate everything as well. What's this one? What's it? I opened one earlier and it crashed the app. Might be this. That one don't work, look. Oh, it does. Weird. It's a bit dark. Yeah, they're in mods here if you've already got it. And I think this might be the last one. Pitch Black. See all the automation. See all the automation as well. They've put in all the automation. It was epic for its time, Paul, epic. Good fun, but just a lot of very time consuming, you know, very extremely time consuming. I can't even say it properly, you know, very extremely time consuming. I can't even say it properly, you know. Guys, I'm going to go. Brilliant. Well, that was a good fun blast from the past. Blast from the past. If you've got it, yes, you have a few mods, 7 in all, which do change the sample. Yes, you have a few mods, 7 in all, which do change the samples of the actual drums, but not the 303s, obviously. Oh, one thing I did want to show you as well is if you've already got it and you've got a friend, although most people that programmed these probably spent all, you've got a friend, although most people that programmed these probably spent all the time programming and didn't have time for friends, don't save that. If we go to default song, for sake of it, if we hit a duo here, you'll see that you could you'll see that you could have a friend sit that side with an 808 and a 303, and I could be this side with the 909 or a 303, and you can swap them round. I think let's just move here, move. Let's swap them round. I think let's just move here, move. Look. Like that, look. So like this, oh, hang on. So I could have the 2 303s, and someone could have and it be all upside down, or it's very cool. It's very cool. Upside down, or it's very cool. It's very cool. I'm not sure how this. It's all upside down now. Look, look, look. Everything's upside down. Oh, it's all a bit wrong, isn't it? Right. So yeah, you can swap them. Kind of swap them around. Maybe. I don't know. I think the gym around. Maybe. I don't know. I think the gym audio one, which is got a working title of Pure Acid, is going to be absolutely brilliant because Jim is just awesome at this kind of thing. So, you know, all you've got to do is have a mess around with a thing. So, you know, all you've got to do is have a mess around with strike the like, people, strike the tongue. All you've got to do is, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And if you are not a Patreon already, please consider becoming one from as little as $1 a month to help support. Patreon already, please consider becoming one from as little as $1 a month to help support what we do hot, the Sound Test Room. I bring you good quality content every day with humor and goodwill. Yes, yes. Strange stuff going on in this video. Really? Strange stuff going on in this video. Really? I don't know why. Right, anyway. What is it? What? What's strange? I'm not getting any buffering. I'm not getting anything. Anyway, I don't know. Getting any buffering. I'm not getting anything. Anyway, I don't know. YouTube streaming. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, is there a max headroom now? That's all the acid. Right, guys, I'm going. Thanks very much for joining me this evening, everyone who turned up, everyone who stuck around. Thanks very much for joining me this evening, everyone who turned up, everyone who stuck around. I hope you enjoyed it. It was just a little bit of a blast from the past. Good fun. Worth having another look at, I think. So impressed that it actually still all works anyway. So, funnily enough, mine's not buffering. It still all works anyway. So, funnily enough, mine's not buffering in front of me. It's weird, isn't it? Right. Anyway, I am going. Ta-da! Bless you all. See you later.